Hello YouTube, Donald Moniz here again, and from my last video I think you distinctly remember seeing this little guy right here. This was my first attempt at a Kukri hybrid handmade, hand-forged knife. This one did actually pretty good. I got a couple more to show you today. We're going to start with this one here. This is my 22-inch Kukri machete. As you can see, it's got the same basic elements of a regular Kukri. You got your drop curve point here, then you got your drop point tip here. But the couple of things that you would notice that aren't typical of a Kukri or a machete is these 4 holes here. Now this particular knife I had made out of a material called Hardox. I've done some research online, and they say that Hardox isn't exactly the best material to forge knives or axes or anything of that nature out of. But let me tell you what, as you can see, that this knife has been very thoroughly tested, and in those tests it's cut through good size logs about this big in diameter, both with the grain and on the cross grain. It's also penetrated clear up to the hilt in a 55-gallon drum when you throw it. I'd have to say that this material is exceptionally well suited for knife forging, but you have to do it a very specific way. Now next time I get my hands on some of this material, I think I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do it, because let me tell you, I've never ever seen a knife chop through a rock except for this one, and it did a really clean cut. And I'll show that later when I go to do a cutting test video of this particular knife. But what I really wanted to show you is this guy right here. This is the final incarnation of my Kukri hybrid, and this one here has been combined with the elements of a Bowie knife and a Kukri knife. You got your clip point here, drop Kukri curve here, the forward finger grip here, and thumb grip for when you need to get up close and personal. I also did the Stridex wrap technique at a 550 paracord here, and then I've also made this a complete full tang, and I decided to put a maker's mark on this one. My particular maker's mark is broken anvil, and what that means is that if the knife's strong enough to break the anvil, it's a good knife. As you can see, it's got a relatively flat surface on here. It's almost convex, not quite. And then you got a really nicely fined back edge on the clip point here. And again, this knife was handmade. No major machining process involved with this at all. All done by hand, all done by myself. Particularly proud of this one. And I think that this one is going to prove to do fairly well when we go to do a cutting test video, which will be next. The sheath here was manufactured by a friend of mine. His name is Bob Phillips. He's out in Florence, Arizona. And he stamped on there my first name, and then of course the USMC, because I'm a Marine Corps vet. And this sheath works really well for this particular application. Just slide it in the back here, and then secure the strap like so. And then it's got a belt loop here, relatively thick material, which is good because this knife weighs approximately 2 pounds. Again, I'm particularly proud of this knife. I don't have any formal training of blacksmithing of any kind. So to produce a knife of this quality here, I would have to say thank you to all the other YouTube subscribers that post all the blacksmithing how-to videos, everybody that posts the knife grinding techniques videos, and everybody that posts the knife polishing techniques videos, because without your help I wouldn't have been able to perform this well, manufacturing a knife to my own specifications. And if you like a particular knife, or if you want another incarnation of this knife, I'd be more than happy to hammer one out for you. It just takes a while. I mean, I'm not working with power tools. I don't have any power hammers or any sanders or anything like that. It's all hand forged. And as you can see by looking straight on the edge, it's relatively a well machined knife. This is from the back side, so you can take a good look at the clip point. and then here's from the side, so you can see that it's an exceptionally well-crafted knife. So I guess the purpose of this video is to tell all those people out there who are interested in doing this kind of stuff, if they're willing to put in the time, then the product that they can produce can be of exceptional craftsmanship and quality. It's just a matter of how long you want to spend doing it and how hard you're willing to work on it. This knife took me from the time I posted my last video until now, because I had its first incarnation here, which, as you can see, that these two knives closely resemble one another. It's the same design, just improved according to how I saw fit. And then of course you got this incarnation here, which I do plan on mass producing, because this is the best machete I have ever seen in action, and as you'll see in my next video, it will prove as such. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. I'm Donald Moniz. I'll have more stuff for you in the future. Just stay tuned, okay? You have to be patient. We are working by hand here. Thank you.